But how are we going about that? What is the nature of the interaction between us and the dog? Because relationships are about interactions. The most popular things you'll hear, like even if you go to your vet and the vet thinks your dog is behaving in a kind of dominant manner, usually they're going to tell you to do something along the lines of what's known as nothing in life is free, right? Which has to do with like controlling resources. And I think when it comes to reshaping our relationship, I think the concept of nothing in life is free is highly overrated. And one kind of quote that I often use is that nothing in life is free is more about leverage than leadership. So it's not a bad exercise. It gives you more leverage for training, right? If your dog has free access to everything in the world, you have very little leverage to reinforce them for the things that you want. But depending on how you're controlling those resources, it may or may not change how your dog views you, as far as whether your dog views you as an assertive person. I think it's a very overrated concept when it comes to leadership and hierarchy issues. I think we have to look at how are we behaving? How are we interacting with our dog, right? So not just that, do we limit our dog's access to space, but how are we limiting their access to space? Same thing with food, right? There's a reason that the food claiming exercise is a different exercise. It's fundamentally different than just teaching our dogs to sit and wait patiently while we put their food bowl down before we release them to food. It's a fundamentally different exercise. Both are teaching the dog to use some impulse control around food, but how are we going about that? What is the nature of the interaction between us and the dog? Because relationships are about interactions.